Hi everyone, Helena here, and welcome to a live on Scratch magazine. And today I'm going to be joined by someone who always brings some great energy to proceedings. It's my very esteemed colleague and the global director of Nailympia. It's Alex Fox. So she'll be joining us very shortly for a Q&A all about Nailympia, but specifically Nailympia London, because this nail competition in London is celebrating its 20th anniversary this October, and it's taking place at Salon Beauty at Excel London. So if you're going to that show, or if you're nearby, or even if you're not nearby, come to Salon Beauty, register for your tickets, and register to compete in Nailympia London. It's a very, very special year. Now, there are categories for the arena and also for online. So if you can't get to the arena in October, you can still compete. You can still gain some super valuable feedback. So Alex is here now. I'm going to invite her in. And if you've got any the questions box, and we will put them to who I like to call Fabulous Fox. So she'll be coming in very shortly. There she is. How are you?
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good. Well, we're officially afternoon. We're 1 minute over now. So good afternoon to you, Alex Fox.
Hi, good afternoon. Thanks for having me on today. I really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Now, I was just saying what an exciting year it is, because Nailympia hasn't just expanded into more locations, which is very exciting in itself, but it's the 20th anniversary of Nailympia London.
Yeah, it'll be the 20th time we hold it in London, be it all at a different venue and a different beauty show, but the 20th time we have done it. Yes, it's very exciting.
I mean, so if anyone hasn't competed before, now's the year to do it. Like, we're kind of making history here with Nailympia, so it's a very apt time to compete.
Yeah, and also, can I just pop in, because I know I'll forget if I don't pop it in right now. We have bought...
Oh, I think we might have lost Alex. Bear with me. I don't know what's happened, but she's frozen for me. Has she frozen for anybody else? A way to keep us in suspense. How about that? There you are. You're back. You kept us in suspense there. It was like, we have bought, and we were all on tenterhooks, and then it froze.
It literally said, thanks for joining, and kicked me off.
Oh, thank goodness we've got you back, though. Goodness me.
Sorry.
I was in true suspense. So you have bought.
Yeah, so sorry. So yes, we thought it would be nice that there's a 20th anniversary, like a one-off special, one-off only time gift for everyone that arenas. So anyone that actually shows up for the arena will have a special little one-off Nailympia gift that will only happen once.
Oh, that's really lovely. Oh, that sounds great. But I know it's not always possible for everybody to come to an arena. There's a few, things that people have to take into consideration, whether the arena is their kind of environment, or, the cost it is to get there. So the beauty of Nailympia is that you're not discriminating here. You've got 10 online categories that people can compete in from the comfort of their nail desk. Do you want to tell us about those ones first?
Okay. So the online competitions, importantly, the registration for that closes in 11 days, which will be Friday, the 9th of August. I need to pop that in because that's really the reason we're talking today. And maybe people will think, gosh, that's a little bit weird when you're hosting an event in October. So I just want to flash in there. We do it because we need to collate all the submissions. So we take the submissions until the 16th of August, but you have to have registered by the 9th. Then we have a week of submissions, and then our system blows up and goes a little bit crazy because it's full of so many groovy photos of nails. And then we have to systematically make all of this, sort of import it in a way that takes a while. Then it goes out to judges, and I do like to give judges around 10 days so that I'm not messing with their lives, if you like. So they've got plenty of time to get there. First of all, they don't get more than 2 criteria or 2 competitions to do. And then I give them the time to actually do it, that it can be fitted into their schedule. And they're all aware it's a September thing. And then, of course, we have to go through verifying all the scores and checking that the judging is fair and groovy and unbiased, and all of that has to happen. And then it has to be populated into a scoring system, and that's a whole other story. So it has quite a journey, doesn't it, Helen? Until we get to the actual arena, and then have the arena competitions, and then blend the scores and have our awards, you see. So that
I like that. We're blending, and it's very straightforward to register. It's heading to nailympia.com, and it's filling in a registration form. And for the online, you have to register that you're going to be competing in an online category by the 9th of August, but they don't actually have to submit their content, their photographic or whatever it might be, until a week later. Is that correct?
Yes. So you register by the 9th to secure the fact that you are competing. And then you've got 1 week exactly to go in. And what happens when you've secured your spot, you get a confirmation email from Nailympia. It says, hello, welcome, thank you. We acknowledge that you've entered. Here's your special number, and here's your special click thing. What's it called? The thing you click. Link. It's your special link. And that when you go onto that link, then it will take you into the portal and ask you to upload your photos. And if you want to do one competition one day and a different one the next day, you can keep going in and submitting. Also, just for the record, if you submit and then you think, oh, goodness me, I can do much better, or ouch, I didn't read the rules properly and I need spaces between my nails for flat art and mixed media, I need to redo it, you just email me. I'll delete what's on there, and you can come back in and resubmit up until obviously the 16th. After that, I can't help you really.
You're on your own. Sorry, you're done.
This is why we have deadlines. But we are good and we are flexible. And my email address is simple. It's nailympia@gmail.com. Very happy to receive emails. Very happy if you're wondering if your submission will qualify, because there's nothing worse than finding you're going to lose 10 points because you didn't put a gap between your nails on, and it only has to be the tiniest gap, but we do need to see a gap for mixed media and flat art, for example. So it's a nice, simple system, and it does involve easily uploading photos.
Absolutely. So I'm going to just run through those online categories. So I've got them in front of me. So if you fancy competing in any or all or some of these, you need to register that you're doing so by Friday, the 9th of August. So we have To Stiletto and Beyond with the theme of botanical gardens. We have Runway Nails with the theme of the Industrial Revolution. We have Reality Nails, which is 3 nails with 3 themes. Those 3 themes are geometric chic, vintage vibes, and gothic grandeur. And then Flat Art Boxed, sacred symbols is the theme. And then Design Nails for an album cover. That is an electro pop theme. That sounds fun. I like that. Then Art on Nails. Oh, this is timely. The theme is international sporting events. Then we have 4 with open themes that you can do whatever you want for. Extreme nail styling poster, poster pedicure, poster manicure, and mixed media. So, wow, there's lots to choose from there, Al. I love them.
Yeah, lots to choose from, and some really funky themes, and themes you can really get your teeth into. And explore, interpret in your own way. I mean, again, themes are there to help guide you, but it's about your interpretation and coming up with a nice original interpretation of those things. So yeah,
and they sound great. And I'll just add in a side note. So a lot of people might not know that Scratch Magazine and Nailympia Competitions are sister brands. So Alex is the co-founder of Scratch, but she also started Nailympia Competitions, or brought them over to the UK 20 years ago this October. So they are sister brands, so they support each other and we support people within them. And for many years now, Scratch Magazine has run a competition called the Great Scratch Shootout, which is a photographic nail competition. However, we are stopping that as of this year because we have lovely poster competitions in Nailympia. So exactly the same thing going on, still an open theme. So if you're wondering where the Great Scratch Shootout has gone, you need to enter Nailympia instead, because that is your autumn opportunity to get your photographic nail work shown. And the beauty of this is that you've got more categories, you've got more breadth to showcase your amazing work. You've got extreme nail styling poster, you've got poster pedicure and poster manicure. So just anyone that was going to enter that, enter Nailympia.
Actually, Helena, can we just punctuate a really cool point, that another thing that people may not know? Last year, every year Nailympia has to have an overriding image that is the image that goes global. It's on all the advertising, it's on the website, it's on the entire global campaign. Last year, I was so taken by two particular entries into Extreme Poster that I approached the nail techs after London and asked permission to use them in the campaign. And those are the two images that you've seen over everything in 2024 are from two nail techs who obviously we have made sure that every time they're used, they're credited on everything, because we wouldn't dream of not giving them their moment. They also got a double cover of Scratch Magazine and a feature in Scratch Magazine. And so my point is that we look at all the work and we're always looking for something that could become the campaign head, you know, for the year.
Absolutely. And sometimes even if some of these entries haven't won or necessarily scooped a medal, we still like to use them. So I'll use them as lead images in Scratch, for example. Alex will use them online. So yeah, it's definitely worth your while entering Nailympia. But on that point, we're talking about the online categories just because that deadline is so pressing at the moment. But as an overall, Alex, why should nail professionals enter Nailympia competitions? What are the benefits for them?
Cool. Oh, blimey. We've actually, because you know that the Nailympia's a team, there's a lovely Laura on our team, a super lovely Laura who works with me. And she actually put on the London menu on the website on Friday, she actually put a benefits section, believe it or not. So that's actually there for people to read, because we thought that would be a nice addition. But at the end of the day, there's a million good reasons. But starting with the fact that all industries use competition to help evolve, develop, and move industry forward, to help surface innovations and incredible stars of the industry. And so the nail industry is not different in that. We are looking for innovation. We're looking for techniques that are unique and have been spawned by a nail desk in the salon. We're looking to see great talent, great expertise, great skill. And then from the perspective is, once you put yourself out there, because you're practicing, you've got a goal, you're practicing, naturally your salon nails will get better. It's hand in hand. If you're going to be thinking competition, your salon work is going to up, it's going to get better. And then you can start saying, I'm going into this event. You start sharing that with your clientele. It starts a buzz around your salon. Everybody's behind you. Confidence building, it's so good for you. Obviously, when you're in the arena, you're going to start seeing people that you've seen in the magazines. You're going to start seeing nail experts and industry experts, because they're there as judges, or they're there because they have an exhibition booth, or they're just interested. But they're around, so you get to meet some of your idols. Then you get to network with your peers, and you start making friends from the Netherlands, and you start making friends from Germany and France and all over the place. And suddenly you've got buddies all over the world, like-minded people that love nails just like you. It's a great buzz. It's very exciting. It gets your adrenaline going. It's nerve-wracking, but it would be weird if you went into a competition and you weren't nervous. Let's be fair.
Oh, absolutely.
Just loads and loads of benefits. I won't go on too much, Helena, because we've got lots to cover.
We have indeed, But I just want to say that I think I love Nailympia because it offers a scope for everybody, and particularly I think since COVID, a lot of nail professionals do feel quite isolated. They might be working on their own, they're working from a cabin in their garden, they're on a self-employed basis, and it's so important to hold events and hold competitions. And even if maybe you're not confident enough for the arena, you can still compete in online. You can still earn feedback. You can still kind of exercise your creativity and improve your skill set as well. So that's the beauty of Nailympia, having not just a global reach, because you're competing against, you know, the best of the best, but it's giving you that opportunity to compete from home or compete from an arena, whichever you're most comfortable with as well. And you've got a stellar judging lineup. Every Nailympia you do, you ensure that anyone that competes gets really valuable feedback in terms of the scores that are given, because they're given by absolute industry icons, aren't they?
It's nice. Can you see? Sorry, Helena. Can you see? We've got lots of people saying they're competing for the first time, and that's just absolutely lovely. Really, really happy that you've been inspired enough to join us and start your competition journey with us. It's lovely.
Although I will say one point, someone's just asked, Alex, have you ever been a model at a competition? Alex, it's like she's so busy at an Nailympia. You've never seen anything like it. She's like Roadrunner. She's up and down. She's organising everything. She hasn't got time to sit down and have her nails done.
No, Helena, I think the funniest part about that is anyone who knows me knows that I'm one of the worst nail biters imaginable to man. I've got like proper PTSD, kind of cannot get my... So I have to wear gel polish in order to not be a nail biter. So I love the fact that somebody would think they have nice enough hands, even though they're like quite old and they're nail bitten. So no, I've never been a model. Nobody wants me as a model.
But I just think anyone that comes to an Nailympia, whether you compete or whether you're spectating, you will see if Alex had a step counter, I'm going to make you wear one actually at this Nailympia London. She's like this, constantly making sure everything's going well and everything's organised and everyone knows what they're doing. So she doesn't have time to sit down for 2-3 days. You're on your feet the whole time, aren't you, Alex? So working hard.
True story. So
nice
I was just thinking, Helena, the nice thing as well, because you know that we design our medals like every Nailympia does. So currently we're just designing. We've got our theme. We've just designed and signed off the London medal. So I see them as quite special little pieces because every year it's a different one. Anywho, the beautiful thing about online is you can be anywhere in the world right now and you could be going for a special London medal, which we will send out. If you win, it will be sent to you in the post. And well, that's very nice. Thank you ever so much. This lovely person saying nice things. So yes, you can get a London medal, but you don't have to be in the UK. That is super cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just touching back on the judging panel as well, how do you choose your amazing judges, which we can all view via the nailympia.com website, so you can see who's going to be assessing you? How do you choose them?
I choose, well, I mean, some of them I've got now 25-year relationship with. So there's certain people that I don't want to do a Nailympia London without. That'll be the Onnekas and Lisbeths of the Netherlands. That'll be Steffi Loray of Nailympia Germany. Obviously Sean and Jackie and Marion. I mean, there's people that are the staple where they make an Nailympia lovely, undulating and beautiful. So they're part of the story. And then the judges come from, they're either ex-champions, ex-competitors, top of their game, distributors, been in the industry a long time, have just got a huge wealth of expertise and experience. You know, a great example is someone like Karen Strom. I mean, she's the only competitor in the world who's got winner of winners the most times. And I don't think people know that about Karen. She's super special. She's in Sweden. She's an amazing judge, an amazing competitor. She was, so, you know, people like that who are also extremely lovely and humble. Absolutely love working with people like this, but it's their expertise, their industry expertise, and the journey they've been on is how we come together, really.
Amazing. Amazing. And I think a lot of people, obviously, I run the Scratch Stars Awards, which is for the UK and Ireland nail industry, and you go global with Nailympia. And I think one thing that's prevalent across both is a bit of nervousness from a lot of nail techs. And we've had a few comments here that is people saying, you know, I want to compete, but I'm nervous, I'm scared. And imposter syndrome is a huge thing in our industry as well. I mean, this is why Nailympia has online and arena categories, but regardless, if you want to put yourself forward for an arena category, but you are feeling nervous, what advice would you give, Alex, as a seasoned competition organizer?
Well, it's a funny old thing, isn't it? I mean, because it's funny because it's making me think all those years ago when I brought it, when I was given the permission to host it in London, I didn't think that I'd have to get on stage at the end and give away the medals. My brain didn't work that far. I just thought, oh, I really, really, really want to do a great nail competition. And then when I realized I had to go on stage, I nearly vomited. I was like, oh my goodness, this is not part of the story for me at all. So I just wanted to throw that in there because obviously I can now talk on something like this and and just everything's natural, but it's taken 20 years for that to be the case. And I wanted to just share that because it's like, this is how I understand what it feels like, because I've gone on my own journey. I mean, a different journey, but I know what it feels like to be arrested by fear and confidence issues. Because of that, I like to think that myself and the nucleus of the Nailympia team and the wider Nailympia team, we all care. We all really, really care about the human and the soul behind the brush, not just that you're coming here to compete. We care about who you are and the support and help you need. And so we believe we create a really comfortable, warm, inviting space. Yes, Lisbeth will march down the aisles and be taking things, and sometimes the floor judges may have a little bit of a gruff face on, but that's purely because it's in the work mode. There's an awful lot of kindness and smiles and support, and we will support and give time to anybody who needs it on the arena. I just say, you know what, if it's inside you, if you feel it inside you, you have to give it a go. Yeah. You have to trust in the journey. You have to trust in the action, that it will pay off and it will help you grow. I mean, crikey, none of us want to stay small and closed. I'm so grateful that I passed my fears. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I had to have a vodka and Coke. It was the only way to get me on stage was a quick, oh no, vodka and lemonade. What am I talking about? I don't put Coke. But I had to do that. I had to have that little vodka was the thing that got me. I'm not suggesting
suggesting it, everything in moderation. We're not, you know, suggesting that you will do that. That is just what worked for Alex before going on stage. Wouldn't recommend doing nails under the influence. Have to put a disclaimer there, I'm afraid.
Sorry, I didn't think about how I didn't. No, but then there's Rescue Remedy, isn't there? I didn't have any at the time. The only thing I could access was that. But
definitely, and we've had a couple of lovely messages actually. I'm just going to touch on a few of them. It's we've had the wonderful Patricia who competed in Scratch Stars, and she said, "I promise you, practice and you will zone out as soon as the timer starts in that competition, and it will be like nothing else is around you." And I just wanted to talk about someone has flagged out, are there categories that cater to first time participants? Now, just before I hand over to Alex, I will say that again, the beauty of Nailympia is that you've got your 10 online categories this year, you've got your 9 arena categories. Regardless of what ones you want to enter, there are different divisions for different levels of experience. So I'm going to hand over to Alex to just briefly explain what Division 1 means, Division 2 and Division 3.
Yes. So that's really interesting. So the competitions are available to everybody and anybody. And also, just a quick note, unlike other countries, we don't ask for a license. We don't ask, you know, you can be any style or type of nail artist, technician, professional, and you can enter Nailympia. Now, all those competitions are available, but we do a nice little thing. They're broken up into divisions. So Division 1 is people that have never competed before in this style of competition. So also this does mean that you can have done your brand, just say you're with OPI or CND or NSI, and you've had local, regional in-brand competitions. We don't recognise those, so don't think that that means that we already class you as a Division Twoer. No, we see that as your stomping ground, and your place to find your feet in competition, if you like. But when you come to us, you're Division One, and it means that you only get put in Division One against people of your level. Everyone in Division One hasn't competed before. Division Two, you move to the next year if you didn't win a gold. If you won a silver and a bronze, you go to Division Two. And in there, everybody stays there until they get a gold. And when you get a gold, that's when you move to Division 3. So Division 3 is full of people. Everybody in Division 3 has got a gold at some point. Hence, they're the master category. So we split it up like that. I'm being harangued to do a Division 4. So I'm seriously thinking about Division 4, which is where you put people after a certain amount of trophies and certain amount of golds, and basically all the judges, any judges that want to come back on. It looks like we might be considering a Division 4. We shall see.
And watch this space.
Yeah, watch this space. That's kind of cool. So wherever you are in the world, whatever Nailympia, if you've never competed before, come into Division 1. And it's a lovely, safe space. But you can only ever be Division 1 with us once.
Also, and I will also say, because sometimes there is a bit of confusion about divisions. Alex is amazing at answering those questions. Obviously, she's the oracle. She's the head of Nailympia. So if you are confused when filling in the registration form about the division that you should be in, because sometimes there is confusion between Division 2 and Division 3 for some people, just ask Alex. It's much easier to do than turning up on the day and then finding that you're competing with people who are in Division 3 when you should be in Division 2. So very important to get that right. So just drop Alex a message. She's very good at getting back.
It's also extremely important to read the rules. I do need to just throw that in, because I do worry a little bit that I'm very, very proud of our very gorgeous website, but I have a feeling that people may be struggling to navigate it. And because it's something that I've developed with my web designer, I can't see the flaws in it. And I just want to say, when you go onto nailympia.com, you then have a little menu bar that says locations and about. If you go into about, you'll find a guide to competing in there. Why should you compete? You'll find all sorts of interesting little things in there, plus the recognised and non-recognised list of competitions as it currently stands, and some facts too. In locations, it drops down and you'll find the word Mexico, San Antonio, London, China 2025. The ones that are set in stone are there. And if you go into there, then you'll find that there's another menu. You'll find a menu that says enter, schedule, rules, score sheets. In the London one, we have a wall of fame. So if you've entered and you've given us your photo, you go onto the wall of fame, which is quite cute and quite sweet, really, because you can then use that on your socials and, tell the world I'm competing. Anywho, the point of this is that the website has everything you need on it, but I have a feeling it just isn't as navigable as it could be, but everything's in a drop down menu and you can find your location, and inside that location find everything you need to know. I will just highlight, we have 2 Nailympias left for 2024.
Oh, balloons went up then. Fantastic. That was
that's groovy. Yes, we've got 2 locations left. We have San Antonio in Texas, which is at the Premier Beauty Show, and then we have London in October. So I wanted to say on that note that the San Antonio Nailympia being on the 15th and 16th of September, we are going to, because of I listen to competitor feedback. I take on board competitor feedback all the time. And the feedback is such this year that we are going to make some important changes in time for San Antonio. These will affect acrylic sculpture, acrylic tip overlay, salon nails and stiletto nails. So if you are competing at San Antonio or London in those 4 that I just mentioned, there will be stronger criteria that will be helpful. By the way, not scary, like more precise, more detailed to help you. And that will be on the score sheets and in the rules. So they will be uploaded soon, because I'm currently working with a really cool Nailympia task force. Task force is Steffi Loray, David Fowler and Vitaly Solomonov and myself. And we are fine tuning for these next two Nailympias, and then we are overhauling the entire Nailympia for 2025, and that should be done by the end of September, in time for the first location, which might be February 2025. Just saying.
Very exciting indeed. So yeah, just keep checking the website for all of those updates as well. It's just very important. And like we said earlier, if you have any questions or want clarification on any pointers, then obviously Alex is the lady to contact via Instagram or email, but all details are on the website as well. So anything more we wanted to talk about with regard to the online categories, Alex, when does registration close? 9th of August.
Yes, 11 days. So the thing is also on the website, on the homepage, you will see at the end of the menu, it says trophies. If you click on the trophies, it will give you all the different trophies. And if you do use the drop down, it says Global Cup winners, and you'll see the previous winners of Global Cup and Euro Cup. But if you just click on the white section, the actual trophies word itself, you'll see all the different trophies that we give out. Now, the online art, some of those competitions do actually qualify towards trophies. So that's worth knowing if you wanted to go for the art of winners. You don't have to necessarily have done any arena to have gone in there. I mean, it's a case of having to look at what the criteria is, which ones qualify, and if you do need to come into the arena to do one competition to qualify for that. But there's all this as well. I think we give out 119 medals and 16 trophies in London. It's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, So just to point, submission. So for online categories, you have to register that you're going to be competing in any online categories by the 9th of August. And you have to submit those entries by the 16th of August. Arena, the date is different. Arena, obviously, you're coming to London to compete 13th and 14th of October. But you have to fill in the registration form online by the very latest 27th of September. That's correct, isn't it, Al?
Yes, because again, I mean, our scoring manager is right here, and Helena has not just an amazing editor, but also a mathematician and an Excel expert. Who knew? So Helena has actually devised the amazing scoring system that we use, and you will confirm for me, won't you? It takes a while to populate.
Yeah, I'm going to need 2 weeks to get that in. So no late entries, please. So arena, it must be the 27th of September. Now, just another point. Because we're sister brands, obviously we help each other out, but there's a lot of similarities when it comes to competition entries and the competition process. And someone has just made a point about they're worried about AI being used in online categories. Now, this is really interesting because this year with the Scratch Stars Awards entries, we started thinking a lot of these start sounding the same, and we've never come across this problem before. So what we started doing, because ours are very written based for the most part for Scratch Stars, we then checked them in an AI checker online and realised that a lot of the answers were written word for word using artificial intelligence, and we immediately disqualified those, because Scratch Stars, as that competition, it's all about the person that you are, your business acumen, your passion, your development. And if it's written by a bot, then we can't tell who you are. So automatically that went in there. Sorry, it's not a genuine submission, so it can't be entered. Now, this person has asked about worried about AI online entries. Now, Al, would you mind that we can use tools online that detect whether a set of nails and an image has been created using AI? That's really easy to do. But Al, can you just maybe cover the points that you do allow with regard to maybe retouching, for example, for particularly the poster categories?
At this moment in time, I allow minimal. We want to see minimal repro, and we want to see a stunning photo that hasn't got too much repro on it, and we can tell with that. But I'm thinking that what has been going through my mind is I think I'm going to bring in an AI category next year in order to service the people that want to stay in a beautiful natural world and the people that want to explore. Because I think if we open it up, then the exploration we can all do together, and it can be very, very exciting. No, you cannot use an AI as a background. No. Good question. Thank you for asking. We don't want to see AI backgrounds. I'm going to be strict about it with London. It was not strictly upheld in Mexico. So you might be thinking, if you look back on the Mexico entries, it wasn't strictly upheld there.
It's so new,
But
isn't it? So it's just a case of navigating it. Like I said, with Scratch Stars, we didn't know until we were going through the entries that this was going to be an issue, and now we know for next year in the rules we have to run every single entry through an AI detector, because and we now put in the rules, do not use AI for your answers. So I think the beauty now is that as much as AI is available, it is detectable via, so yeah, that is an option. But it's a great question. It's definitely a topic that is more and more apparent now, especially in our field. But you know what? I had a play with some AI when we were actually writing an article on it, and for love nor money, I could not get my AI set of nails to have 5 fingers. They all had 6 or 7. Yeah, crazy. So I mean,
I actually did the same thing.
yeah.
I paid a monthly to go in and not a single picture. I ended up getting rid of the subscription. I was so annoyed that I couldn't get 5 fingers,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get the nails to be the right length. And it didn't matter how many times you tried. That robot just had no idea.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just a note on nail crafting before we get back on track, is Lisa Smith was talking about having to take an AI course to help understand how to use and not use it in the beauty industry. Scratch Magazine has already done an article on this, how to use and not use AI in the beauty industry. Do not ask me what issue it is. It's in one of the last 4 issues of the magazine. Obviously, we work so far ahead, I get a bit, I can't remember everything. But have a look on our website, or it's free to view the last few issues of Scratch Magazine. So we've done a whole article on it and how to use it properly when you do use it. So check that out, or subscribe to Scratch Magazine, or check out the digital copies online. It's free to subscribe to the digital version. So head to our website for updates on that. Right, back to Nailympia, and particularly the online categories. What more do we need to say, Al?
Well, we just need to say it's a wonderful opportunity. They're exciting. You can do them in your salon. You can do them in your time. You've still got plenty of time. If you think that you just have to bite the bullet and register by the 9th, you've got until the 16th of August. Say you did reality nails, 3 nail tips, not even massive ones, 3 nail tips. Take a photo. Bob's your uncle. There you are. Like, so something that could really stretch your imagination. How many people, I mean, most people that I come across that do nails because it makes them really happy, or it takes away their anxiety. Basically, most nail people do nails because they love nails. Yeah. So I'm giving you a chance to do something else with nails.
Absolutely. No, it sounds amazing. And when it comes to, we'll just touch on the arena, but we probably will do a live, I'm guessing, Alex, nearer the registration close date for arena, where we'll have a separate chat about arena categories, just because otherwise we'll be talking forever and ever, which isn't a problem for me, but but the arena categories, if you are interested in coming to London 13th and 14th of October to compete in any of the following, here we go. There are 9 categories available over the 2 days. Gel polish manicure, UV gel tip and overlay, L&P sculpture, perfect match, the joy of nails, French twist, salon nails, stiletto nails, and fantasy complete look. So yeah, have a little look, see what's required. Someone has just said, any advice for someone who's never entered before and picking a category? The score sheets are all online, aren't they, which shows what is being assessed in each category and what is required. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking so there's a couple of questions there. Someone just asked, is there a minimum number or maximum number? In online, there is no maximum. We have no minimum. I mean, it'll just be if nobody enters, the minimum is 0. Maximum, we don't have a maximum for online. In Arena, we have, I think, 80 desks. So there's a maximum of 80 people that can be there. Okay, so if I was doing this for the first time and I was thinking, oh my goodness gracious me, this looks quite scary, then mixed media might not be your bag. I mean, you have to already know if you've got that that vibe and that skill inside you, that intuitive skill inside you. So I would say the best place to start is Reality Nails, because we created it because you do art on nails every day on your clients. And this is, you've got the theme, now show us the nails you do for in reality.
Absolutely. And I love the themes this year: geometric chic, vintage vibes, and gothic grandeur. And you just one nail of each, just lovely.
I think also you've got runway. Runway's another one. That's 3 nail tips where you've got one theme, industrial revolution, which we know is your steampunk. I mean, there's so much you can do with the industrial revolution if you have a little looky inside there. They're the 2 that probably can be entered by anybody and everybody that runs their business on nails, because that makes sense. But not everybody is going to be able to craft 5 extreme nails over 2 inches long for art on nails. So some of them are specific to people that are specializing and going crazy about, you know, extreme nail art and extreme lengths, and from stiletto and beyond. These are for people that are going in that zone and getting excited about that genre of nails.
And I think it also might be worth looking at some of the galleries on the Nailympia website to see all of the entries and submissions from last year as well. See if you can create something similar or of that ilk, and see if your strengths align with that, and then enter the subsequent category or categories. So yeah, everything, as Alex said, the website's got everything on it, but I know she is available for questions if you do need, but the website holds it all, and yeah, it should help you formulate a decision about which category or categories that you want to enter as well.
That's nice. Somebody's there saying good inspiration on Glossary Live, because there's an awful lot of nail art videos on there. Absolutely brilliant. I would also say, anybody out there, the chances are you're buying, you know, you're associated with a brand. Inside the nail brands, there's experts and ambassadors and educators and all sorts of people. I would say contact your brand and find inside there your Kat Leith or your Belinda Price or your Anthony Buckley. I mean, there's amazing nail artists and experts out there that may like to mentor you or inspire you, somebody to chat to about to help you forward. Don't get stuck. There's people out there that would like to help, and you can even go cross-branding, because say you use one brand, but you can go and approach a nail tech because they inspire you, like Kirsty Meakin. There's so many, we've got so many wonderful nail techs out there that do actually want to help and support you on your journey. So don't feel alone. There's no need.
Absolutely not. It's a lovely community, Nailympia, and whether you're in the arena or you're competing online and you see who else is competing, it's a really nice place to be. And I say at every kind of chat I have about any competition, please do not go in expecting to win and being like winning is the be all and end all. These competitions are put on. Competitions and awards in the industry are there as a platform to help you push your skills and see what you can do, and then get feedback on it. So a medal is amazing and it's wonderful and it's a cherry on top of the cake, but see them as a learning curve, not I must get a medal, otherwise I'm not doing it again. It's all about the experience, the learning. What other opportunity are you going to have to have your work looked at by some of the best nail educators in the entire world? It's at Nailympia, and hopefully we have enough locations now that there's going to be one on your doorstep, or within a couple of hours of you. So that feedback, as it's been said on here, is the most valuable part of it. Trophies and medals, lovely, but please do enter for the right reasons and just see them all as learning curves. We've had people out that have been competing for years upon years upon years. They're winning winner of winners. They're winning top trophies, and they're still competing because there's still more for them to learn every single year as techniques elevate and things change. They want to make sure that they're still in line with other people in the industry. Sit on your laurels for a little bit and you're going to fall behind. So it's all about the learning curve, it's all about elevating your skill, and it's all about being a little bit more dynamic and making sure that you're maintaining a really good standard of nails.
I think there's that, and I think we should remember again that as human beings, it doesn't matter. I work from home. It can be a very lonely life for me. I can go, if there's not events to go to or things, it can be very lonely sitting at my desk doing my job every day. Same for nail artists and nail techs. It can be quite lonely and a little bit cabin feverish, if you like. So this is nice to, it's a nice experience to go out and be around like-minded people and be around other humans. And I know that I see Nailympia and the way it works for me, it's medicine. It's always been my medicine, and it gives me the buzz and the adrenaline and the people. I just need the people, and I need to be in that environment. It's so good for me, and I know that it works like that for the competitors as well. We're all in this together, but we're all doing our different role inside it, you know.
Absolutely. And we're just going to wrap up with some final questions before we finish. We have one: can we still come to the competition even if we don't compete? Absolutely. They're usually held in big trade shows, in big lovely beauty trade shows. So there's stands, there's a lot more going on, there's workshops, and the competition is within the trade show. So you can stand around the outside, have a little look at what everyone's doing, and stand and cheer when the award ceremony is on the second day usually of the trade show. So but yeah, any final questions?
Isn't that free, Helena? Isn't that free to come to Salon Beauty?
I believe so, but you do have to register for a ticket for that. So if you search for Salon Beauty, you have to register to attend that beauty trade show, and within that is Nailympia. But if you're registering for Nailympia, you'll, I believe, automatically be sorted your registration for Salon Beauty. So yeah, Alex and I'll both be there. I'll be sitting at my Excel spreadsheet, providing none of you are, trying to submit registrations past their deadlines. And then Alex will be, as I said, road runner here, there and everywhere, making sure that everyone is catered to and knows exactly what they're doing and feeling comfortable as well. And I've got to say, Alex is wonderful at making you feel calm, feel part of the experience, and just feel like, you know what, this is what I should be doing, this is where I should be going. It's very clear and wonderful. So everyone needs an Alex Fox in their pocket, but you can come and see her in October anyway.
This is nice. Look, some people are feeling inspired to come and give it a go, so that's absolutely wonderful. I'm glad that we've been encouraging and that you feel more comfortable in exploring this idea, because it's about stretching yourself and having new experiences, and that alone is fantastic.
Absolutely. Right, so one last time, online registration closes
9th of August.
Yes, so get on to nailympia.com, and maybe in a couple of weeks or so we'll do another live to talk through the arena categories if you have any more questions out there. But thank you all so much for joining. Head over to nailympia.com. Your questions, any other ones, should all be answered over there. I'm loving the reactions that are coming in Alex's screen right now. Any questions should be answered on the nailympia.com website. But if not, Alex's details are on there, or drop her a message. So thank you, Alex, for being as insightful as ever, and we look forward to seeing everyone at Salon Beauty in October.
Okay, lovely. Thanks for having me, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye bye.